Hi guys, this is Dr. Leon Bristow, and I'm going to show you a quick run through of ranking factory revolutions. We have most of our stuff in there now. Blogger is still in development. The next one will be maps, but we're going to start in here and show you briefly what we've got. In here, with the short URLs, we actually have switched over to Firebase. You've got to put in your title, target keyword, put in your URL, and you get to put in a link description. This link description will show up if you drop this short Firebase link into a social media account like Facebook or some other social media. And then we also have in here our YouTube variants. And so if you want to run YouTube variants, you still fill this out the same, putting your YouTube video link as the link and hit YouTube variants, and it will take care of that for you. Then we have our doc stacker tab, which we actually have three documents. What we call a buffer doc goes in here with our target URL. Of course, our title's up here. We put in an article, and we can have a description with comment in here. We can also run it in HTML and PDF. Then we have a keyword document, which is a little different. Title, target URL, but we can drop in a list of keywords, and this will anchor text all these keywords to this link. And so you'll have an anchor text link for each keyword you have, and then you have your description. Then one of our really interesting ones that has a lot of power is our article stacker. We basically put in a title, put in a target URL. We also have a main keyword, which is and a secondary keyword. And so your main keyword is usually your title. Your secondary keyword is usually like a shorter abbreviation of it. So this is more long tail. And then we have up to 5 different titles, so you can have up to 4 more articles besides the main one. And you have to click the checkbox if you want all 5. And then we have a translation stacker we'll get into in a moment. We also have the ability to do this in HTML or PDF version. And let me show you. We drop in spin text here, and that will populate all of our articles, but we do need to put in the comments in for each article. So get back over here for a second. We have a translation stacker, which allows us to, once we click that, run the translation stack. And so we go over here and take a look. We can translate that same article and title and everything into these different languages, and we can just pick and choose which language we want to use and run the stack. Now, the interesting thing about the stack, let's get back over here, is that each article, in other words, the second article will link to the first article, the third article will link to the second, and so it's an entire stack linking 5 tiers deep. And so that's what you're getting here. And if you put in the buffer doc link here, you'll actually have 6 tiers deep. And then you can turn that into another set with a different language, another set with a different language, another set, depending on how many languages you choose to translate through. So that is our doc stacker tab. So let's take a quick look at calendars. We can actually run calendars and get 48 links per day by running an event. So we put in a title, a location, a brief calendar description. We've got to have our target URL in here, and then we can put in a singular title, and it will use that title for all 48 events a day, or we can put in multiple titles up to 48. And if you don't get to 48, that's fine. It will just keep using those until it gets to 48. And we have the ability to put our content in here. Right here is our article. We want to put in, usually spin text is a better option, but you can put in a singular article, use the same article for each one. You can also do attachments. So if you have a file on your G drive, you can put the link and the title in here and have attachments with your calendar. Again, you want to put in the event location in here. And that's our calendar module. And we have a slides module, so we can do presentations or slides over on the G drive. Our main title, our page for the presentation, we have our page 1, title 2, 3, 4, 5 if you want to. You have to click the checkbox. And we put in a target URL, we can put in a YouTube video, and we can put in images and folder presentation or description. And so we want to put in a description if we're using images. And we have a place for comments right here. And we have our translation multiplier. And when we get into the slides, then we simply, like the first one, we use the title or title and subtitle. Then I like to put the YouTube video on the second one myself. And then from there you can do content with a text box. You can run a background image or just use the image itself, So there's whatever you want to do, plus you have your comments for each slide. And basically that's it for our slides. And over here on Drive Photos, we can actually upload photos to, or images to your hard drive, and you want to be sure they're metadata stuff. And we want to add a folder description, and we can add a file comment, okay? And so we've got to give that a title as well. And the interesting thing about all our stuff is we use APIs. So we add accounts via the API, a singular API, and then all we have to do is click, and then we're just that fast, we're in the next account. So almost all of our stuff is API driven, and we only have 1 or 2 that we actually have to log into. And so this is how fast we can move from one account to the next via the API. And usually the API stuff loads very, very fast. So we're in pretty good shape there. And of course we can translate these things too. And that's our Drive photos. Then we have an HTML creator, which will allow us to create an HTML page. We've got our title variations, which are never seen. They're just SEO content. And then we have our article. We have a YouTube video if you want to use it, a map location or an embed code here. We have list of target keywords and our target URLs. And those will be anchor text to the target keywords, but you have to click the anchor text converter. And then we can go over and see the image once we've got it done. Yes, we know. And then we also have the cloud stacker, which takes us over to setting up basically the ability to run this into the cloud one at a time, and each of these would then be linked to the next one. So in this case we would have Amazon go up first, Google would grab that link, and then once it goes to the Google Cloud, it would link to the Amazon, and then Azure or Microsoft would go last, and it would grab the Google link and put it in there. And so you're stacking these via the cloud, okay? And so that's our HTML and cloud stacker. And basically we have our G sites, and we have the ability to make G sites: homepage, about us, privacy, contact us, and 6 additional pages if you want them. It's just fill in the information. You can have images in here. We can even change the site themes and the font styles in here. When we make this, we put in our content as spin text. It fills out content for every other page in here, and then we just have to hook up a few things. So it's really kind of nice, but there is a little more work in the setup. But it gets us a really nice G sites in there. And so that's pretty much our G sites builder. And then we have our sheets. And sheets is interesting because we can go in and set up and drop in all the URLs you want into sheets and put in a comment here. Of course, we have a primary and a secondary keyword and our main title for the thing. But what happens is in the sheets we get to see a preview, but you're going to have 3 columns. You're going to have the primary keyword in front, your naked link in the middle, and your secondary keyword back, and then if you want to do so, you click this little box here and you're going to anchor text those two keyword columns to that link. So you'll have an anchor text link for the main keyword, an anchor text link for the secondary keyword, and your raw link in the middle. And so that's our Sheets module. And then we have the link grabber, which is a huge time saver. We do have to log into the account, but all you have to do is select it here, put in your keyword, and you log in first, because G Drive doesn't have an API to find stuff, so we do have to log in to find stuff over on the G Drive. So this one is a bit slower, but all your other ones we can go find posts you've done via that keyword over on G+, over on Blogger, over on Calendar, YouTube, FeedBurner, Google Photos, and even your new G sites or your old G sites. So we can go get all those links and then say run them to Sheets. Like right here, we have the send URLs to Sheets. Once we find them, we can dump them over into that module real easy. We also have a convert and upload, which will basically make an HTML doc for you with these all anchor text to your main keyword. So that is our link grabber. The G Drive tool is just a different version of the link grabber, which we will find the edit links. You have to be logged into your account, whatever it is, in a browser. So once you find that edit link, then you just click on it and it will take you into that account where you can edit that particular document or file. And so we are working on Blogger module, and the interesting thing is with the Blogger module, we're going to have a preview, and then once we do this, we can actually set up our other accounts, and so it will find the blogger name for you, and you can add it in here. Let's say we wanted to add that one. Let's go to another account and see if we got one there. Let's go to a different account. Yep, there it is. It takes a little bit of time sometimes, but then you can just keep adding all these different accounts, and what will actually happen, let's see, I'm pretty sure, give it a second, there it is it will post to the first one. We're going to use spin text in here for our titles and our text, but it will post to the first one. It will run the spin text and set everything up, and then it will post to the next one, run the spin text and set everything up and post to the next one. And so you can actually do multiple account posts to bloggers straight from here. And so that's pretty much it for now. Maps will be next. I just wanted to give you a brief overview of what we've got in there and what the tool is maybe capable of if you start to get the idea of what we're doing in here. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the brief walkthrough. Thank you.